All right, buckle up, everybody, because today we're diving into a question I know a lot of you have probably wondered about. Can you actually, you know, grow a human and straighten your teeth at the same time?
Interesting.
We're talking orthodontics during pregnancy, people. We've
Yeah.
got all the info, all the research, and we are going to break it down.
Yeah. It's a question we get a lot, actually. Pregnancy, so many decisions, so many things to think about. And throwing braces or Invisalign into the mix, yeah, it can feel kind of overwhelming.
For sure. And I bet the first thing on everyone's mind is safety, right?
Right.
So let's just put it out there. Is it actually safe to have braces or Invisalign while you're pregnant?
The short answer, yes. A resounding yes from the professionals. The deal is braces and aligners, they're only doing their thing on your teeth. They don't affect the baby at all.
Huge relief,
Yeah.
big time. Knowing you don't have to, put your dream smile on hold.
Exactly.
And speaking of smiles, it's not just about the way it looks, is it? It's about, the actual health of your mouth.
You hit the nail on the head. We're talking about a healthy bite, how your top teeth and bottom teeth fit together. Super important for things like chewing properly, even preventing jaw problems later on.
So safety check,
Yep.
check.
Yep.
But, we're all about informed decisions here. So let's talk strategy. Could pregnancy actually be a good time to start orthodontic treatment?
You know what? For some people, it might actually be the perfect time before the baby comes. You might have a little more flexibility in your schedule, getting to those orthodontist appointments.
And let's be real, once that baby arrives, finding time to even shower feels like a win.
Oh, tell me about it. So yeah, if you can wrap up treatment before you're drowning in diapers and sleep deprivation, that could be a major, major plus.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. So for someone who's thinking, maybe this is for me, what are some things they should be thinking about? Personal factors.
This is where it gets interesting. We need to talk about how pregnancy actually affects your mouth, on a hormonal level.
Okay, see, this is what I love. Because it's not just, an old wives' tale that pregnancy does a number on your mouth.
Not even close. Pregnancy hormones, they're powerful. And your mouth is right there in the thick of it.
Right in it.
For example, did you know that progesterone, which surges during pregnancy, can actually make your gums way more prone to inflammation?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So even a little bit of plaque can turn into a much bigger deal.
Okay, so we're not just talking your everyday bleeding gums here. This is next level.
It can be, yeah. And that's just the beginning. Let's talk about another, shall we say, charming pregnancy symptom, morning sickness. Basically an acid bath for your teeth.
Ooh, yeah, and I can only imagine how much tougher that makes things when you throw braces into the mix.
Yeah, no, you're right. It definitely adds a layer of complexity. You see, braces and aligners, they're amazing for straightening your teeth, right?
At best.
But they can make it just a tad trickier to keep everything perfectly clean.
Makes sense.
So when you add in all that stomach acid on top of it, it's more likely to hang around and do some damage, wear away at your enamel.
Right.
Especially around the brackets or those tight spots where your aligners fit.
And speaking of things that can do a number on your teeth, we got to talk about those legendary pregnancy cravings.
Oh, yeah.
Do those play a role here, too?
Oh, absolutely. Those cravings, they often lean towards the sweet stuff.
For sure.
And then you combine that with, let's just be real, potentially, slightly less rigorous oral hygiene. Pregnancy fatigue is real.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just setting the stage for cavities.
So we've got inflammation, acid erosion, cavity risk. It's like a perfect storm.
It can be.
It sounds like, even without braces, meticulous oral hygiene during pregnancy is non-negotiable.
100%. This is important for everyone listening. Pregnancy, time to be super aware of your oral health. Braces or no braces, Invisalign or no Invisalign, doesn't matter. Regular dentist visits, brushing, flossing.
Oh.
Can't emphasize it enough.
Music to every dentist's ears, I'm sure. But, okay, let's get real for a second. Morning sickness plus braces. That just sounds, I don't know, intense is the word. Any tips for managing that?
I'm so glad you asked that. There's a really simple trick. Rinsing with baking soda and water.
Baking soda, from my fridge?
Yep, the one and only.
Oh,
Sounds basic, but it's a game changer. Baking soda, it's a base, right? So it neutralizes that nasty acid from morning sickness before you even brush your teeth. protects that enamel.
Okay, that's a serious pregnancy hack. I'm writing that down.
Write it down.
Now, I've also heard that, like, you shouldn't brush your teeth immediately after getting sick. Is that a real thing?
Oh, it's definitely a real thing.
Yeah.
Whether it's morning sickness or even if you just had like a soda or some orange juice.
Oh, right.
You got to give your teeth a break. That acid, it weakens your enamel, makes them more vulnerable.
Yeah.
So brushing right away, not a good idea.
Yeah.
Ideally, wait like at least 30 minutes.
Okay, after any acid. Got it.
Any acid exposure.
Food, drink, the whole 9 yards.
Exactly.
Speaking of consuming things, we should probably talk about hydration, right? I mean, it's obviously crucial during pregnancy anyway.
Yeah.
But is there a particular connection here when it comes to, oral health and orthodontics and all that?
Oh, 100%. Hydration, it's more important than ever when you're pregnant and thinking about your oral health.
Sure.
Dry mouth, it's another one of those lovely pregnancy symptoms, right? And it's not good for your teeth. Saliva, it's like your mouth's natural defense system. Washes away all that gunk and neutralizes acids. You know the drill.
And I'm guessing like braces or aligners, they don't exactly help matters.
Bingo. Food gets stuck more easily. And if you don't have that steady flow of saliva to like flush it out, it's party time for bacteria.
Oh, no, thank you.
No. So yeah, water is your best friend. Helps wash away all that debris, keeps everything moving.
Water, water, water.
Water.
And then, of course, on top of all of that, regular dentist appointments, those are still key.
Absolutely essential. Think of those cleanings like tune-ups for your mouth.
Okay.
Your dentist, your hygienist, they can spot any potential issues early on. Plaque buildup, early signs of cavities, gum irritation, all that. And they can give you personalized advice based on like where you're at in your pregnancy, and your treatment plan.
And speaking of dentist appointments, I know x-rays are often a concern for pregnant people.
Right.
So what's the deal with those? Should expecting moms be worried about, dental x-rays, especially if they're wearing braces?
Yeah, it's a totally valid concern. Minimizing radiation exposure is always the goal, especially when you're pregnant. But the good news is those lead aprons they put on you, they're like a shield.
Oh, okay.
They effectively protect the baby.
Okay, that does make me feel better. Are there like official guidelines about dental x-rays during pregnancy?
Oh yeah, for sure. All the big organizations, the American Dental Association, the American Congress of Obstetricians and Gynecologists, American Academy of Family Physicians, they all agree. Dental x-rays during pregnancy, when they're done with the proper shielding, they're generally safe.
Okay, good to know. Good to know.
Yeah.
But of course, like, every pregnancy is different, right? So what's the most important takeaway here for someone who might be dealing with, additional health concerns on top of everything else?
That is such a good point. And it's a good reminder that, this deep dive, it's informational. It's not a replacement for actually talking to your doctor or your dentist.
Right, right.
So, if you're pregnant, thinking about braces, and you've got other health stuff going on, talk to your care team, your doctor, your dentist, your orthodontist.
Your people.
Yes. They can give you the very best advice for your specific situation.
Love it. Communication is key. All right, so as we're wrapping up our deep dive today, what would you say is like the biggest thing for our listeners to remember?
If we zoom out, big picture, it's about being proactive.
Okay.
Proactive with your oral health. Braces, aligners, your natural smile, whatever. Pregnancy is just a time to be extra, extra mindful.
Yeah.
It's not just you anymore, right?
Right.
You're growing a human.
It's like a little sneak peek into parenthood, right?
Exactly.
Got to take care of those tiny teeth.
You do.
Yeah.
But the good news is, with the right info, a little planning, you can totally rock a healthy, beautiful smile throughout your pregnancy and beyond.
Yes. Love it. Well said. And for our listeners who are ready to learn more, we'll be sure to include some helpful resources in the show notes, like places to find pregnancy-friendly dentists and orthodontists in your area.
Yes.
Because knowledge is power.
It is.
Informed decisions lead to the brightest smiles.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
A huge thank you to you for, breaking it all down with us today.
Oh, my pleasure. Anytime.
And to our listeners, as always, thank you for joining us on this deep dive. Here's to healthy smiles and happy bumps. Until next time.